In the game, first match of 2014 Hot 6ix Cup round of 4. Top right we have spawning in as the Red Terran. He is
MVP MarineKing.
And his opponent, bottom left of the map, is the Blue Protoss.
KT roster Zest.
Well, not really blue. Still. Really curious to see what kind of openings they go for. Just a standard opening for them so far, I believe. Well, for Zest at least, from what I can see. No cheese whatsoever. Oh, we have, yeah, regular Reaper expand for MarineKing as well. One gas for Zest. Probably gonna be one gate expand. So nothing too cheesy by the players yet. We may see a proxy 2 racks in the batch later on though by MarineKing, because it is something that he likes to pull out once in a while. So we may actually see it. So yeah, we should have a Reaper anytime now. There we go. We should see if he cancels the Zealot. He should be okay. I guess he actually wants to hide his probe so that if MarineKing scouts, he doesn't see that his probe's gonna be building the Nexus or something. Or he's gonna hide something. I guess he's just gonna wait for the Nexus. And he does cancel the Zealot. So Nexus starts pretty much same time as CC. It's pretty good for Zest at the moment. He's gonna grab a second gas after the mothership call. Just regular play over here so far. We should see a 2 racks follow up by MarineKing. I mean, he's gonna build 2 extra racks. Not gonna go for a 2 racks attack. That would be awkward. Should be on 3 racks, then move on to factory. Oh, he's gonna add the eBay instead, so it's the quick upgrades timing instead. He's gonna follow up with the racks later on after the eBay. So yeah, this is one of the newer builds, so to speak. I mean, it has been used for a while, and it's actually a quick third CC instead of 2 extra raxes. So MarineKing playing a little bit greedy over here, and as well as the Twilight Council in the base of Zest, kind of tucked in his base. Not going to be easy to spot that. And he's gonna try his best to stop the Reaper from getting into his base to get the full scout off with his Stalker. So yeah, +1 weapons on the way for MarineKing. This is a very greedy opening. Like, he opened 1 racks, then eBay, and then 3rd CC immediately. This is just like, you don't really... I mean, this is not really standard what MarineKing is doing, but he's banking on Zest not going for some sort of early all-in. Because he would be quite vulnerable to something like that with his current build. But as long as MarineKing is able to stabilize, he'll be in a very good position in this game. I mean, his 3rd's almost finished right now. He should be morphing it into an orbital soon. Finally, we have the 2 extra raxes, and we should see a factory dropped anytime now. Got missile turrets on the way. I mean, I guess they're okay, but they're not really gonna help him as there's no Oracle on the way. Have a lot of gates by Zest, and the Blink could do a lot of damage, but MarineKing has to scout it, and he does see the Twilight also researching and chrono boosted, so he should know that something is coming right now. As the Blink's getting researched. But again, researching Blink doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be aggressive into it, with it. Like, you might just be doing defensive Blink into a 3rd. Could also be possible. Well, or you can just put some pressure on, or you can go all in with it. So there are a lot of ways you can go with Blink, and MarineKing has to spot the correct one. And this is a pretty heavy attack by Zest here. That bunker it's gonna be dead in time. I can't see the HP of the rocks, and you can see that we have so many stalkers right now, and just even more getting warped in by Zest. He needs to... Oh yeah, he had another pylon, but yeah, 2 more gates on the way by Zest. And he's gonna be able to get up here because the bunker isn't finished yet. The SCV does get sniped, and time warp on the ramp. Zest's gonna do some pretty good blink micro here, but MarineKing does make him return to his pylon. Zest, though, he's gonna continue adding on more and more stalkers. And he can just do so well by blinking here. There is that bunker, though, and quite a few marauders here by MarineKing. 3 marauders just will do so much damage, and now we have even more marauders. 5 marauders and 10 marines, pretty good. We don't have medevacs yet, unfortunately, for MarineKing, and he would have had them earlier had he not gone for 3rd CC, or just slightly earlier. But yeah, there are even some zealots over here, and MarineKing is actually in a lot of trouble here. I feel like he has to pull the boys, but he does use the marines from the bunker to get into the main base. I don't know if this is good for by Zest here. He lost a lot of stalkers for this, and yeah, he's just gonna blink out here after killing a few more SCVs. But he does lose his stalkers, and he doesn't. It actually goes for an offensive blink. I don't know about this because there are so many marauders in this composition. And stalkers just get destroyed by marauders. So that was pretty effective by... well, it still wasn't that great, but it was okay for MarineKing. I mean, as long as he just keeps going into his bunkers, because... Oh. No, please, stream, please. Oh, there we go. It's now kind of stabilized. Oh, are you kidding me? Not now. Not now. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to restart the stream because this is just not working too well. Oh, never mind. As I say that, it's stabilized. Or it hasn't really. What am I gonna do? But yeah, it looks like actually MarineKing is... he's still somewhat holding on. He's got a lot of army supply, but he doesn't really have many SCVs. He still is on 3 orbitals though, so it's not too bad for him. As long as he can keep holding without losing any more SCVs, because he's lost a lot of SCVs. And of course the game is lagging right now. There's so much army supply for MarineKing, and he's got so many marauders. Now he even has an army supply lead. As those stalkers do fall, but his army is very low in terms of hit points, and he actually went out a bit too far, I feel. And I'm just gonna switch over to the GSL stream on Twitch, because it's just not going to... it's just not going to work here. Just not going to work. But I mean, yeah, Zest, he didn't really do enough damage, I feel, off of this attack. He needs to do a lot more if he wants to stay in this game, because MarineKing is... he's got his 3rd orbital still on the way. I mean, it's nothing really happened to it. So MarineKing is just in a really good position, I feel. He's gonna have combat shield soon. He is just now starting his factory, so that could be a bad thing for him. I mean, it's gonna take a long time before he has medevacs, and MarineKing is going the wrong way as the stalkers get into his base. He does get a good amount of stalkers though before, but he just stimmed again, and he just doesn't have any medevacs to use to heal his bio army. So that's like... That's really bad for him, actually. It's nice kiting with the Marauders here. He does drop the Mules, and I believe he can do it against, like, just very small amount of units here by Zest. As the Marauders just manage to obliterate the Stalker Force. And MarineKing does get on Overgrowth. In the bottom left, we have the turn player in the red trunks. He is. Yeah, unfortunately no sound, guys, because I'm not using the VLC stream because it's actually lagging really hard for me right now. Lots of issues with it. So I'm using the main stream, which isn't ideal because I don't want the commentators over. But oh well, it is what it is. Yeah. We obviously have the blue Protoss in the top left as well. That is Zest. Forgot to introduce him though. But he really doesn't need any introduction at all. He's won a lot of tournaments this year and done very well for himself. But yeah, we have CC first by MarineKing. So, very economic opening. He's already gonna get a lead considering that Zest is actually just now. Well, he's gonna be getting a Nexus soon, as soon as he cancels the Zealot, but it's just not gonna be too good for him, this opening. I mean, it won't be too bad, but still, it's gonna put him a bit behind now, considering it's CC first. And I guess the VLC stream is back, so 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let's turn on the sound, and hey, we have sound. Praise the Lord. But not as good the video quality though, unfortunately. But at least we have sound now. So, we have Ro4 for Zest. Pretty standard stuff by him. This looks like it's going to be a more standard game, and MarineKing is going for a factory here. Also going to grab a gas in the meantime. But I mean, MarineKing should be feeling pretty good about his current situation. I mean, he has 25 SCVs to 27 probes. That's really good. Producing 2 SCVs at a time. Oh, an Immortal out for Zest. Is he gonna go for some sort of timing again? Does he really think he can break MarineKing? But there is a tech lab on the factory, which is very peculiar. It's actually making tanks, which should allow him to hold this pretty well, I feel, once the Immortal all-in comes. As long as the tanks are positioned well, they can't get sniped by Immortals. And if MarineKing holds this, he'll be in a really good position, as there really isn't really any kind of good tech for Zest. Like, he's pretty all in with this. He continues to make more immortals. MarineKing needs to get 4 Marines into that bunker, though, as natural. It needs to make another bunker as well, I feel. I mean, even though it's immortals, like, immortals just destroy bunkers so quickly, but still. He has a lot of Marines, which is pretty good against this composition. Yeah, he does see that the immortal all-in is coming, but here comes the tank. Oh, MarineKing, I don't think he should actually be out here on the map like this. But he's probably still gonna end up holding this. Well, he's certainly gonna hold this with like 2 tanks and just... Or is he? Like, he needs to pull his SCVs from the main. Because, I mean... I really don't understand why he just engaged there, because... I mean, it's not bad for him, he actually did fine, but... It would have been much better off if he just, like, added more bunkers, or... Just, oh, we have a 3rd tank on the way as well. 4 MarineKing is actually out, and some nice depot walling over here, but... The tanks are starting to actually do damage for MarineKing. 3 immortals for Zest, but Zest actually gonna... Oh, we have a War Prism. We have Medivacs out, though. So, I mean, we shall see what Zest's gonna do with his War Prism. Because we have a lot of Zealots on the way as well. He's gonna drop 2 Zealots and an Immortal into the main base of MarineKing. Over the tanks, perhaps. And the tanks are now getting dropped. And here comes Zest, but does he actually have enough to break this? I don't know. I don't think he does. Nah, he doesn't have enough, I feel. But that being said, there are a lot of Zealots here. Wow, there are so many Zealots in here. I think he might actually be able to do it. He might actually be able to do it, but there's a tank on the way. So many SCVs here lost by MarineKing, and the Immortal is just barely not dead here. Does fall right now, but I mean, MarineKing is so far behind in this game. He has less army supply. He has less. Doesn't have as many SCVs. He might actually lose his first DVP of the tournament so far. But I mean, he's trying his best. Yeah, he has that tank, but Zest is so far ahead now in terms of army supply, in terms of worker supply. Now that tank is gone, and with it, the hopes of MarineKing for this game. So yeah, unfortunately for MarineKing, isn't able to get like the perfect tournament, but this kiting by him, this is just insane. Like, Zealots with charge can kite it so easily without charge. eBay is getting focused. I mean, MarineKing, there's no way he can win this with 2 SCVs. Like, what is he going to do? Yeah, he's dropping mules, fine, but there are 29 probes for Zest. And yeah, there's this Viking, there's this tank. He's gonna do lots of cute micro, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's not really gonna be able to do anything. And Zest wins the game, so it is 1-1 in the series. Here we are, spawning in the top right. Foxtrot Labs. It's a Red Terran.
MVP MarineKing.
His opponent today. Blue Protoss again spawning in the bottom left.
KT Roaster Zest.
One currently in the series. As for Foxtrot Labs, some information about the map. Basically, it's always diagonal spawn locations. Gold bases are pretty susceptible to attacks from behind in the middle of the map. You cannot really get another 3rd base on this map because there are rocks blocking it, so you have to get like kind of a weird 3rd or just destroy them. Your natural is exposed quite as well. And this map is very popular in terms of cheeses as well, so we will see how this is going to go. There we have, again, CC first by MarineKing. And then the gate expansion by Zest. Keeps sending out his probe early because he wants to make sure that basically there's no SCV going for an engineering bay block, I suppose. But yeah, CC is gonna finish so early. And of course the standard double gas follow up by MarineKing here is also probably gonna add 2 more Raxes. Oh no, not 2 more Raxes. He's already on 2 Raxes. Another Rax. Or eBay factory, we'll see. He's pulling minerals. He might go for another third again. And again, Twilight Council by Zest. Might try to put on some aggression again with Blink. Yeah, finally factory by MarineKing. MarineKing should be careful though, because again, there's Blink on the way. We will see if Zest is going to, yeah, to be very aggressive with it or not. He's gonna stop making probes or not, because he's still making a good amount of probes. Do you want 2 base saturation to go with it? Because I mean, right now, yeah, he's still getting Blink, so there's no real way for him to actually put pressure on. He's gonna add 2 gases at his natural though, so he's going to be taken up. Yeah, he's gonna get Robo Facility. This isn't really gonna be an all-in by him. At most, what it can be is just a pressure build. Just make MarineKing, force him to pull SCVs off to repair and simply make him lose mining time or even kill SCVs or army supply while being very effective. And again, tanks for MarineKing, but this time they're not really going to be very useful. Just kind of like dead weight in the later stages of the game. I mean, sure, against like Blink all in, they would be very nice, but this isn't what it is. It's actually a very early third by, well, not very early, but still quite early third by Zest. Earlier than the third CC, MarineKing. MarineKing needs to identify this and try and deny it, because it's gonna be done before his own third, which is never good for the Terran. I mean, it's okay for Protoss, but Terran's gonna get so far behind. Yeah, MarineKing's got tanks in position. Has 3 tanks. Like, he invested so much into tanks. And Zest actually getting Colossi. MarineKing has no idea. So, I mean, he can't really make stop-offs right now. And the bunker doesn't fall. Actually takes quite a bit of damage on one stalker. He almost loses it, but he does manage to get out of there. Still though, lots of racks. This is going to be a 2-base timing by MarineKing, but I wonder if it's actually going to work. Just knows that there are so many tanks out for MarineKing. This is just pretty insane. And MarineKing, he's mining pretty well right now, but soon he'll be outmined. Wow, the tanks did so much damage to those stalkers right there. But we have 2 Colossi out for Zest, and he's gonna now send them out on the field. Or he's just gonna probably... Yeah, he's probably gonna just use his Blink Stalkers to put on pressure while he builds more units back home. He's in a very good position this game. The 3rd base by Zest has been planted, and it's pretty much done right now. The MarineKing is on a clock. His tanks, the later it goes, the more useless they become. Especially as there are Colossi out right now. So, yeah. Finally, we're gonna have 2 Forges for Zest. So Zest should be able to catch up in upgrades soon enough. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go too well for MarineKing. Not this time. We shall see if he's gonna go for the SCV pool. If he does, he might actually be able to do something, but there are gonna be so many Colossi. I still don't know if it's gonna work. +2 on the way though, and attack for his tanks. And 6 tanks. I have no idea what he's doing with so many tanks. He's making a 7th tank as well. He does have medivacs though, and he does have some Vikings now. But the Vikings could get sniped here. Snipes 2 Vikings, I believe. That was really good snipes by Zest here. He's gonna be able to get 2 Marauders for free. Well, loses 1 Stalker, but I mean... Here comes MarineKing. This is weird though. Like, Blink Stalkers against so few units. No SCV pool though. Quite a few stalkers, and he's gonna have to create his 3rd base. But I think Zest is still fine, because he's gonna be able to get even more Colossi. More Colossi that are out there, the better Zest's position is gonna become. Ooh, MarineKing just steaming a bit too far forward, losing quite a bit of army supply. Oh, here come the tanks from behind, but there are actually not a lot of stalkers, and they die pretty quickly, but I mean... Zest here with these Colossi, quite a few Colossi, and he's warping in a lot of units. There are just a lot of Marines here, and Marines don't do too well against this army composition. And you can see that MarineKing did get thwarted here. He's gonna try and go for it again, and there are Vikings out, so this might actually work okay for MarineKing. He's gonna snipe that one, and the 2 Vikings will do so much damage to the Colossi. There are Stalkers now out though. MarineKing's army though, those force fields are really hurting him. The last Viking kills the Colossi. MarineKing could still go for a push. There's no Colossi out on the field right now. There are 2 Immortals though. Now the Colossi is popping out, but it's gonna be a long time before it will. This game is going to be quite crazy. Here comes the Immortal snipes. The tank is in position as well. MarineKing's actually going to win this game, I feel. Taking out those Colossi. He's focusing the Nexus. And he gets the Nexus. Natural of Zest. He actually manages to do it, and the probes are all falling right now. There are some Zealots though, but I mean... He's not really gonna clean this up, is he? No, there's no way. He's gonna have to pull back. He's on 1 base. He does have a Colossus, but... I mean, just look at MarineKing. He's just gonna get the hell out of there. He's on 2 base. Base is mining. He's gonna get more Vikings. Zest is remaking his natural, but... Zest is in such a bad spot right now. I mean, how is he gonna get out of this? He has tech, that's true, but Colossi. But we have Vikings on the field soon for MarineKing. There will be at least. Is MarineKing gonna get +3 attack before even starting ammo? I wonder. It's a very interesting build by MarineKing though. And the tanks actually killed so many stalkers in the beginning of that fight. I mean, it was insane. He's actually making a Thor now. Of all units that he could make, he's making a Thor. Wow, MarineKing being really fancy here. And the armor upgrades are almost finished. He's got basically more than double the supply of Zest here. And if he goes for a push, it's just going to be game over. Is he really gonna wait for it until he has a lot of supply? I mean, the Nexus is about to finish for Zest, and only now is Zest actually gonna have decent mining, but MarineKing is gonna be out on the map. He's pulling the boys as well. The boys are being pulled. Not like it's necessary, but I guess he wants to be 100% sure that this push is going to work. Yeah, the tank right now does get sniped, so good moves by Zest, but in those sentries, they're gonna get shot to pieces. Not sure about this move by MarineKing, but he's gonna go to the side where the Colossus aren't. Still, those sentries, now they can't force field because they would be killed by the bio. And here comes the massive ball of MarineKing. He stims, and he's just gonna go and destroy Zest here, I feel. He has just so many units here. And look at the Colossi. Here comes MarineKing just stimming forward once again and destroying the all of Zest's army. And GG is starting the bottom left of Nimbus.
MVP MarineKing.
He's really serious. As for his opponent, the Protoss player in the blue,
KT Roadster Zest.
Zest gotta do something as MarineKing is on match point. He's gonna win 2 games in a row though. Not impossible, but not easy either. It's gonna be difficult for Zest here. He's gonna send out a scout. Yeah, here comes the gas for Zest. Oh, he actually misses it. So, uncharacteristic by Zest. I mean, he makes a small mistake there. He doesn't actually drop the gas and then shift click. He just dropped the gas and then right clicked. So, very strange by Zest. But we're gonna have CC first by MarineKing once again. And it's a decent map to CC first on because your natural is pretty tucked in there. Not as difficult to defend on, I suppose. And I mean, you can just drop it on right at your natural without too much of a problem. Yeah, he's gonna start building his Raxes right now. Should have a second Rax on the way too. Zest does see it. He doesn't even try to harass the SCVs. He's gonna go scout the CC first to be sure, but he's gonna harass that one SCV. This is really annoying for MarineKing. He's gonna do a bit more damage to it. But yeah, good job by MarineKing. He's actually switching the SCVs that are building the CC. But I mean, this is annoying for MarineKing. The probe's already seen what he needs to see, so he can now drop the Nexus without too much of a problem. So he canceled the gate. Would be really crazy if he goes for another Nexus right now. That would just be insane by Zest, and it might actually work against MarineKing. But it is going to be quite the crazy move, though. And I'm not sure if he actually wants to risk it all in this game. But I mean, there have been people who have done crazy things before. Like, see the MVP versus Cordal GSL final. It was MVP in the last game. Proxy 2 Raxing. Of all strategies. Proxy 2 Rax in the final deciding game. Like, when it was 3-3 between the two of them. That was just one of the best matches I've ever seen, if not the best, I think. So yeah, right now we see MarineKing, he doesn't even need a bunker on this map because there are rocks, so the ramp is really small. He's gonna hopefully start Stim anytime now. There we go, Stim is on the way. And Zest is just... Yeah, we do have an engineering base, 6 minutes in. Well, actually started a bit earlier. Another tech lab and reactor. Refinery. So standard stuff here by MarineKing after the CC first. So he's a bit ahead of Zest, but not too much really. And of course for Zest we're actually gonna have robotics play and war prisms instead of just making more observers. So this is gonna be interesting by Zest. So see how he's gonna try and use the war prism, because if he isn't able to do anything with it, he's gonna be in quite the trouble. Quite the trouble. If he goes Colossus drop, I will just lose it. Yeah, no, it's not gonna be Colossus drop. Is it? It's going to be Colossus drop. The robotics facility is... Robotics facility is actually rallying to the war prism. So it is going to be Colossus drop. This is... Zest is really banking on this actually working somehow. Here comes the Colossus drop. It could potentially do just so much damage for Zest, but in the meantime, he doesn't really have any units here. He does have sentries though that can really stop this happening. Oh, if that Colossus drop actually arrives there and does the damage, this would be just insane by Zest. Rocks are falling though. We do have a Colossus, but it's just one Colossus. Here comes the Colossus drop. It's actually taking damage to the missile turret. Like, this is just amazing. Has it actually killed anything? I don't know. But we see MarineKing's actually going back to try and defend against it. Doesn't really take much damage against it, I think. And he's like, wow, what is this? Is this a Colossus drop? But he has more SCVs than probes. Because Zest actually stopped making any probes. No probes for Zest. He's just making a lot of Colossus. Or Colossi, should I say. And we've got gates on the way. Extra gates, so... I have no idea how this is going to work for Zest. He's got 8 sentries, 3 Colossi. If there are any Vikings on the field, like this push out by Zest is going to do nothing in that case. I mean, I guess MarineKing should just drop a missile turret here to prevent the war prism from dropping, but I mean, he's not going to be ready for this push out by Zest. And I mean, with so many sentries, he's got Guardian Shield and so many actual force fields. It's actually just gonna run up the ramp and Guardian Shield. Wow, this is just... He does actually get the reactor, so only one Viking at a time. He has to lift the Raxes. He has to lift the Raxes. Because this is really hurting him. Like, look at the concave. Now he lifts the Raxes, but it's so late, I feel like he's already lost so much here. But the force fields are kind of working against us, but I don't think it's MarineKing has a lot of army supply here, though. And we do have Vikings out on the field. This is really close, but there's not much bio left. And, I mean, what's gonna actually... Oh my god. Oh, can he snipe the war prison? No. If he sniped the war prison, he could have held this thing. But SCVs against the... Look at the Colossi, still hasn't died yet. Did so much damage, killed all the SCVs, and still pretty decent army supply for MarineKing, but he's got no SCVs whatsoever. Those stalkers are just gonna camp the production facilities and probably just kill MarineKing here. He didn't see what was coming, so he just died. This should be a game for Zest because he's so far ahead in terms of economy, and I mean, yeah, like, I don't care how much you're gonna micro here, even if you kill all these stalkers. Just, what are you going to do? Zest is just gonna be able to make so many more units. Look. I mean, okay, he could kill those two stalkers and the Zella, but what can he really do now against all these? Even if he somehow cleans this up, like, look, he's just losing all his medevacs. That's where most of his army supply was, basically. You know? Medevacs. Just look, the spy line in the main base actually helping out Zest so much here. And MarineKing is dead, so this is going to be 2-2. Wow. Yeah, as I was saying, MarineKing lifted the Raxes so late, and by the time he lifted them, his army was so... His army got demolished. He's still gonna try and micro because he is MarineKing, but he loses the medevac, so now he's just gonna have to GG. He GG's and it is 2-2. Wow, Zest evening up the series once again. Welcome to game 5 of MarineKing versus Zest. Final game of the series. Bottom right, we have
MVP MarineKing.
our Terran player, Terran hope of this tournament. Well, besides Sky High. Who's facing SOS in the other semi-final later on today. MarineKing's opponent spawning center left of the map.
KT roster Zest.
It's all or nothing now. Whatever they do in this game, it's either gonna lose them the match, or just allow them to move on forward. Whoever makes this is like, obviously, like, it's gonna be make a really good final. Both MarineKing and Zest are just insane, but I mean, MarineKing's like really the player that I actually want to go through, because I play most of Terran myself. I do play all 3 races, I guess, but not really at the good level, but just Diamond or so. Yeah, this is going to be a Reaper expand by MarineKing. He's switching it up this time. As for Zest, seems to be pretty okay with his 1 gate expand build. And we have the Reaper as well. Bit of an odd orbital command timing by MarineKing, actually. And he's only got 2 in gas. Oh yeah, he pulled 1 out for the Reaper expand, I guess. You can also pull 2 out if you want, I think. Oh yeah, he actually pulled another out. He's only got 1 now. And he's gonna be able to drop the CC. That's 17 supply pretty quickly here. It is natural. So MarineKing's looking to make it reactive soon, and there we go. It's dropped instantly. As the SCV moves out to scout the wrong position, but this means the Reaper can get in the right position. He sees this island over here. Mothership Core has popped out, so there shouldn't really be any probe kills. Just good scouting by MarineKing. He does see the expansion as well, so it's like, okay, nothing really cheesy going on by Zest, so I'm okay. For now. We shall see what Zest's gonna start next, to see what kind of tech he's gonna go for. He's probably gonna go Robo, but we don't know yet what he's actually going to go for. And he drops a Twilight Council, but MarineKing is unable to see it. He does not see it with his Reaper, so this is very unfortunate for him. If a blink timing catches MarineKing off guard, he could just be dead. I mean, it's difficult to hold even if you know it's coming, but when it's not coming, oh, it's just really, really difficult. And no stream, don't die on me now. You cannot do this to me. Okay, thank you for being alive, staying alive. And we can see that MarineKing is just pumping out units right now. His Reaper got into the main base, and he's going to see the Twilight Council. He's gonna pay with his life, but he's definitely worth it. And just look at how he fell over the cliff. Poor guy. Poor guy. But he served his purpose. As hard as that may be. And as harsh as it may be. Now we have units out for MarineKing. Combat Shield. Like, I've seen people go Combat Shield earlier before. Stim nowadays. I find pretty interesting. More than before. Of course, we have the Robo facility for Zest, so she's not actually gonna go in with this. It's understandable because he doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to go for something all in and just lose off the base of that. He's gonna try and play his best standard game, I guess. Whereas MarineKing is going for the Combat Shield timing. Lots of Marines and Marauders. He killed that probe that probably was gonna go for base. And Photonova charges popped, so MarineKing's just gonna get the hell out of there. He's got so many units, so he's actually gonna go for the Mothership Core, but he doesn't really get anything done, and he loses a Marine, and his Marauder takes huge amounts of damage. He really doesn't get anything done with that. But he forced the Photonova charge, but I mean, he can't really go while there is Photonova charge. I mean, he wanted to go for like the Mothership Core because he thought, okay, Zest does not see this. And if Zest didn't see it, he could have gone for it. But oh, this is again pretty nice, an early third by Zest. So we'll see if MarineKing can identify this and push. Try and take it out, or if he's gonna go for the zone third, because it's gonna be late zone third. So yeah, one Marine falls to just shields on Stalkers. I mean, any damage you do, as long as you don't take any, is good for Zest here. And he killed yet another Marine, and he's gonna continue doing this, I guess. Just snipe one Marine. You can try and go for the Marauder here. He actually gets the Marauder. Wow. And killing the Marauders here is very important because, I mean, there are only 5 Marauders now. Before there was 6. He did take some damage on a Stalker, but this is definitely worth it. I mean, losing Marines is okay. Losing Marauders is not so okay. And yeah, the first Colossi is about to pop for Zest. About 10 minutes into the game. Ooh, nice blink again by Zest. Really utilizing those blink Stalkers really well. I mean, he doesn't really need to make any more units than Colossi right now, because Colossi just increase in amount incrementally. I mean, you can't just spam a lot of them with like gateways. It's just not the same, so you have to keep producing them. Whereas with anything else, you can just wait on the gates. We do have double forge. Observer does fall. Wow, so much damage on that one Stalker. Actually gonna stim to try and get it, but he cannot. And we're gonna have another Colossus on the way for Zest. Again, stop hold for MarineKing. Should see some Minivacs soon, but he doesn't really have a lot of gas right now. It's really short on that, but and there are so many Marauders and Marines here. And with a good concave, MarineKing should just destroy Zest's whole army, but Zest got his third up. MarineKing is still on 2 base. MarineKing is on 2 double starports. He's gonna be producing 4 medevacs, maybe? No, 2 medevacs, 2 Vikings, okay. And then he's probably gonna go for a push. Yeah, because he's already got 2 medevacs. So going for 4 medevacs and then lots of Vikings. This could work very well for MarineKing. But we will see. Has to be really careful not to get this medevac snipe. Oh, really good micro here by MarineKing. Oh, he's gonna get 2 stalkers for free here. Oh, just unable to get that last one. Very unfortunate for MarineKing, but I wonder if he's gonna go for a Doom drop. This would be really crazy by MarineKing. There isn't really anything to spot it though. We have so many Colossi here, but they're alone. Oh my god, if he actually Doom dropped the main, like all those Colossi would have died and then Zest would have just GG'd out of the game. But Zest has a pretty low army supply compared to MarineKing. MarineKing isn't gonna pull the boys though, so it seems, or is he? He might. Yeah, there we go. He's pulling the boys. He's decided that it's time to pull the boys. Yeah, I mean this concave is pretty good for MarineKing, so Zest doesn't want to go up that ramp, but here come the boys. This game is gonna be determined by an SCV pull. MarineKing losing some extra units here. But there are sentries though out on the map, so MarineKing's gonna be really careful how he does it. And here comes the engagement. Vikings doing so much damage, but there are stalkers out on the field. Potent overcharge as well. Here come the Vikings doing their damage. One Colossus does fall, and MarineKing pushes through, and he takes out the Colossus. MarineKing does so much damage here, and he lands his Vikings. MarineKing is in very good position over here, and we're not seeing the game. And SCVs of MarineKing are killing the 3rd Nexus. Vikings doing so much damage, and the Stalkers of Zest are falling. Vikings land for MarineKing, and he does so much damage to the Stalkers. He's going to kill the natural for Zest, and Zest is forced to GG out of the game, and MarineKing wins the match 3-2 and advances on to the final of the 2014 Hot 6 Cup.